Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L today. Got some more Guild War for you guys. And of course, before we begin, the joke of the day from Icarus. I bought a scientific calculator to do multiplication, but I only used it once. That was one expensive product. I appreciate these math jokes, man. I really do. I think this will fly right over my students' heads, though. So, oh well. It's worth a shot. I'm definitely going to give it a shot with them, too. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and move on here into the first match. That's right, you're seeing a really weird team on my side, but hear me out here. We have Karina, Abyssal Euphine, and C. Lilius on my opponent's team. So what I'm going to do is I'm bringing a Roz. He's on the team imprint to give my Lethe some more health. He's also on Aureus and stuff, you know, to just try to keep the team alive. My Roz is built with speed and effectiveness, so he will be quite fast, but it's going to help him a little bit in terms of being able to go and turn cycle, get some healing, get some skills going, right? He has combat readiness built into his kit anyway, so he should be alright. Next up we have Destina. So I took her off the self-imprint and we're on the imprint release. She's actually giving more HP as well, and the reason why I have Lethe up here is so she benefits from Destina and a Roz's imprints. Destina only gives the 2 units, the unit up top and the unit on to the right, the most frontmost unit, I guess you could say. Lethe also has her imprint release. There's no reason to concentrate her for effectiveness here, but yeah, she's on her release for defense, just bulking up my 2 units here because they're going to be taking the brunt of the damage, especially Roz from this Karina. For the bottom team, we got ML Landy, A. Ravi, and Ocean Breeze Luluka, so I'm bringing in Arwell to tank the A. Ravi. Normally I'd bring in something like a Magic Scholar Doris, but against an ML Landy, it leaves me a little bit vulnerable not to have a damage mitigation unit, so we're going to be bringing in one of the best ones around, Arwell, because of her escort buff. Next up we have Mediator Calric, and we're bringing in Warhorn so that we get the extra 10% attack to everybody on the team. We also have the imprint release on attack, and we're going to be going ahead and stacking up attack on Bologna. She's attack concentrated on herself as well. I've also just given her the plus 30 Sigurd Scythe, took it away from Ed, because I don't really use him as much as I used to, and Bologna is very relevant in the meta right now. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see what we can manage to cook up here. And let's see how much HP my Lethe has, actually. I'm actually quite curious to see. She will be moving first, or not. She's gonna get provoked, that's okay. We don't need a defense buff at all. I'm just gonna go for an S2 to get that immunity going. Alright, we're gonna be dual attacking with Destina. Fantastic. I was hoping we'd dual attack with Lethe so that she would have the immunity buff and then we can cleanse her here, but we have 28k health. That is not too bad. Do we go for the Abyssal Euphine? Or do we go for the Karina? I think I'll go for the Euphine. Right, go for her early. If she counters early on, we can at least stack up fast enough. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, this damage from the Karina is not looking good. Roz? Okay, Roz is okay. Alright, I think what I do is go for the S3. Let's hopefully land the debuffs on the Karina here. Nice, we got the restrict, so she can actually push up. And let's finish off the Abyssal Euphine. So we have 28k health. This should kill. I don't think any Abyssal Euphine common builds out there, yeah, can really withstand that. 18k damage. Most Abyssal Euphines, I'd say about 16 to 17k health. Let's go for A-Roz's S3. Now that Euphine is dead, we can go for AoEs so that we can heal ourselves up. And I don't think I need to go for an S3 here, so let's keep going for this. And then we'll see how much damage our Lethe can do into this Karina. She is going to hurt quite a bit. She's only S3'd, so I'm not too worried about her. But she does have a defense buff up, and she is going to be hitting a Roz, and I don't like that. Alright, can we strip? Ooh, nice strip on the barrier, but it's a counter Karina. Very common to see counter on her nowadays. Let's go ahead and cleanse the A-Raz and push him up. Leafy's already taken the next turn, so we should be able to kill here. Alright. So this should deal the same amount of damage, so 18k? Yeah, through the barrier, I guess it's alright. Let's go for an S2. We're not gonna soul burn this because our... Ooh, nice! We actually did hit there. For some reason... Oh, I see. Because Lilius had landed the attack down earlier at the start of the match, which is why Leafy did not do an attack with A-Raz. It was Destina instead, right? That's okay, I kind of get it now. Let us go for an S1. Get a speed buff. And I'm gonna go for an S3 here, because I think Karina might actually have her S3 up, so I don't want a defense buffed Karina to attack into my Raz. Okay, never mind, she doesn't have it yet. We're safe, we're safe. Let's keep going for the Karina though. I don't want to proc the her passive, and I think we'll go for this now. We should have this now. Alright, the next match, though, is definitely the one I'm looking forward to. So we're going to be using Bologna into the Landy and the A-Ravi. We're going to see how much damage her Soulburn does, right? Because it is absolutely insane. If you've been watching the RTA videos, which I know most of you have, yeah, you already know the insane amount of carnage that she can inflict onto units, especially ones without mitigation. So I'm very curious about the damage we're going to do into the A-Ravi. So Leafy's probably going to finish off the C. Lilius here. Oh, shoot, not quite. Everyone's building super tanky C. Liliuses nowadays. Alright, well... Oh, come on now. We should have it here. There we go. Okay, so, moving on. Let's see what we got. The turn order should be, yep, Coward should be first, then Social Breeze Luluka. So, do we go for any debuffs? I don't think so. I think we save the barrier anyway, because Arwol is going to go afterwards, and we can try to stun the A-Ravi. Let us go for a hit onto the Luluka. Yep, so let's go ahead and stun the APOC Ravi here. I know the Luluka's gonna cleanse anyway, but might as well get the barrier up and get rid of the... Oh, shoot. I thought I was gonna get rid of the anti-crit. Not that it really matters overall, because Bologna will guarantee crits. Then it helps to get some chip damage onto the Ravi. It makes it so that my support units don't do negative damage against her, but I guess that's inevitable anyway. So let's go for the Landy, and we'll go for the S3. You just, nowadays you just pop your S3 immediately. It used to be that you would try to save your S3, you would try to time it so that you get your souls, and then you get to soul burn over and over, reduce your cooldowns, and you can cycle your S3. But again, nowadays, Bologna just kind of sits here, and you just do your thing. We're going to go for the S3. Might be a bad idea because Luluka's gonna strip, but probably should have held on to that. That's okay though. Alright, so full focus Luluka coming in. Alright, we resisted, so that's okay. We didn't get the debuffs on us, which is kind of nice. We did get stripped though, which is not very nice. Okay, so Bologna now has her Soul Burn. Let's just go. This is without an attack buff, by the way. 20k damage! 20k damage onto the ML Landy. It's absolutely insane. I want to see what we can do with an attack buff as well. Now, of course, this is given that my Bologna has had some time to stack up some hits, right? She took some turns and she had some S2s proc. Right, let's go for an S3 onto the Ravi again. I don't know the timing on Luluka's S3, but it doesn't really matter all too much. Alright, so she does have it. So she does cleanse the Ravi, and that's okay. Let us go for an attack buff here. Because no matter what Ravi does, Bologna is going to S2. So we get rid of the ice cream buff this way. Ooh, very nice. We killed the Luluka too. Let's strip the defense buff. Alright, and now let's go for a Soul Burn. Oh wait, do we? No. Let's go for the S3. Let's get the Vigor buff up. Oh, unless this kills. This shouldn't kill. Okay, good. Oh, wow, that's a tanky Ravi. Holy, wait. How much HP does she have? Oh, that's a 30k HP Ravi. Holy. Okay, I see what we're dealing with now. It doesn't really matter, though, because Soul Burn... we're doing... Okay, that's not as impressive, but I think she was on Proof of Valor. 21k damage. Still pretty good. Alright. Not bad. Let's find another tower to hit now. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our second match over here. We're going to be fighting the bottom tower. Top one seems to be occupied over there, and then we'll go for the stronghold. Now, for this team right here, top team, looks like we have 3 units that can counter, but instead of taking down, because I think you guys are kind of familiar with how I play in RTA, and you see how common offenses work, you know, a single DPS with a couple of supports and tanks, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Bellona into an offensive team comp. Now, mine is obviously not built for an offensive playstyle. She's bulky, she's slow, but she does pack quite a punch, and I think we can boost her up a little bit with the help of Midnight Gala Lilias. Now, it might not be enough to take the turn immediately, but it should still be fine. We get an attack buff this way as well, and it's not too bad. So Midnight Gala Lilias is here. She's probably going to help take out the Shu on the other side. Hopefully the Senya's not really fast. I'm going to bring in Astromancer Elena as well. She has a team imprint to help out the damage of the other 2 units. She also has a bit of damage herself, but she's built as a bruiser. So Elena here is on Unseen Observer, so whenever she'll activate her passive, which is procced by an AoE. You might be wondering, Asa, well, you don't have an AoE. I technically do. Bellona's S2 is an AoE. Now, we are going to rely on getting hit in order to proc the S2, in order for Elena to get her S3, but it's all good. In order to get the souls, sorry, that's what I meant. But it's all good, because the souls that we get for the subsequent turn will help Bellona one-shot things with her soul burn. Hopefully, right? That is at least what I'm planning on happening. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look on the bottom team here. Karina, Meru, and Zahak. So decided to go out of my comfort zone for this type of playstyle, and I'm going to bring in my Zeo, my newly geared Zeo here. A little preview of him in Guild Wars. Let's see how he does. He could be on Book, he could be on Bloody Rose. I have like 12 copies of Bloody Rose, so why not try and use it? It gives us a bit of sustain on the team with the Vampiric Touch, so that's kind of nice at least. We're going to bring in Requiem Rowana. I feel like I haven't used her ever since she was introduced to the game, but this is my build. She's the reason why everyone now has immunity on everything. Well, at least one of. Knockwall's the other reason why, because she can seal with the rest too. But yeah, this is my Knockwall. She has my fastest speed gear, so it doesn't break 300 speed, but that's quite alright. I think we'll be okay. We can seal the Karina as well after we S3, and kind of, you know, debuff everybody, make sure that Meru can't use her magic with friends or counter. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go for the S3. Oh, okay. Shu's gonna be going next. Kind of expected if it's about like a 200 speed Shu or something. Right, because my Elena's only about 280, 270? I think 270. Alright, one shot the Shu. Very nice. And Elena will be able to S3. We have to S3 to keep her buff up. If we keep her buff up, then the opponent can't counter. So Star's Blessing gets refreshed on us here, and Senya gets to go, but that's quite alright. Attack buff Bellona. Now we're going to go for the Landy, because she is the most dangerous unit here. If we can kill her, it'd be fantastic. We are attack buffed, so look at that. Full damage nuke here. S3, first turn, no attack stacks, and we still managed to kill. And oh my god, almost killing Midnight Gala Lilias there too. I think the Wind Rider helping out quite a bit, boosting her attack stat. Alright, now everyone's blinded, but it doesn't matter, it's a little too late. Right, Senya's a little too low for that. So Astromancer Elena, good job, you definitely, she did something, right? She prevented the opponent from countering. Not that I saw any counter procs. I don't know if you can still see the procs of counter, like counter activating, but nothing happens. It might be something like that. I actually haven't used her enough to know for sure. But let's get to this here. Okay, Karina, Zahak. Actually, Zahak's pretty slow. Let's go for an S3 onto Karina. I shouldn't say Zahak is pretty slow. Knockwall's like 300 speed, so my entire team is really fast. That's what it is. My entire team is really fast, which was why it looks like Zahak is slow, but he actually isn't really that slow. Let's go for the S3, push everybody back, reset them. Did I reset them? Reset the Karina, Meru, and Zahak. Very nice. Let's go for an S3 here. Try to... Oh, I should have soul burned that. Shoot, that's the reason why I brought souls. Oh well, it's fine. It's not like Meru's gonna resist. We might have royally screwed up. Let's seal the Karina for good measure. Okay. Let us push back the Meru. Alright. Let's go for an S1 here. Right, Karina's sealed, so she can't do anything. Zio kills, very nice. Let us go for... Okay, I'm gonna soul burn this and hope we get the defense break. Nice, she does counter. Unfortunate. Oh, it doesn't kill! Doesn't kill. Thankfully, goes for the knock wall there. Okay, I think we got this now. Let's go for an S2. Oh my god, is this a resist Meru? Am I tripping? Holy! I should have definitely soul burned. I almost threw the entire match because of that. Let's kill Zahak. Zio is a DPS Zio, so he will be doing quite a bit of work here. See, you can tell I'm definitely not used to this type of playstyle. Oh god, this is awful. Alright, there you go, there you go. Zio finishing things off. Thankfully, all of my units are built quite tanky, and they were able to survive. But yep, there you go, that tower is now down. Forget the whole I didn't soul burn thing, that didn't happen. But, Stronghold next. Alright guys, now it's time for the third and final battle of this guild war. Catching up a little bit in points, but I don't know if we're going to be able to win the overall war because, yeah, just by looking at this this defense here, seems like it's pretty formidable. No one has defeated both teams so far, so of course it's time for the guild leader to step up to the plate. For this first team, now I'm probably going to lose, I just jinxed myself. For the first team we have Ocean Breeze, Lilica, Karina, and Abyssal Euphine, and so we're going to bring in LRK. LRK is a pretty good source of true damage against these high defense units, especially because Lilica gives them a defense buff anyway. If she goes before my LRK, we will get to Dispel and get rid of the ice cream buff, which is kind of nice, so that Bellona can start ramping up some of her damage. Bellona's build is still the same. We're going for full damage, and Sharoon, while she can't really cleanse debuffs, I do have Wondrous Potion Vial on her. It's my little artifact tech. She actually does work quite well in terms of not having a non-attack skill. She does provide a passive barrier and some damage like bonuses, some good buffs, right? Attack buff, crit damage buff, I think immunity and like a speed buff or something of the sort to the unit with the highest attack on the team. So Bellona will be benefiting from that, and we can try to, if we need to, we can try to reset the Euphine on the other side to keep her from using her S3. But anyway, moving on down here, this is a pretty aggressive team. Zio, ML Shu, and Aola. Never seen this team before, but apparently it's working on this guy's defense. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to bring in an injury team against this ML Shu, see which unit is the better injury unit, DDR or ML Shu. So A Tywin over here is going to be our kind of damage soak for the Zio. He is going to be the fastest speed unit on the team. DDR is going to be on counter set. He's on Celestine for some healing, consistent healing on his S1, and he is about 200 speed, has a bit of effect resist along with his effectiveness, and we should be a-okay in terms of fighting this team. Aola might be a little bit annoying, but we'll get over it, hopefully. Bellion is also in here. She's on Elbrus, but she's also in an injury build, so hopefully her injury stacks, along with DDR's injury stacks, along with A Tywin's kind of control for the team as well, will help us out in the long run. I know Aola can cleanse and put a skill null up after Bellion or A Tywin S3s and AoEs, but we have enough AoEs that we should be able to reliably break those skill nulls. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Sharoon gets to go. I could just S3 and strip everything, which I'm kind of inclined to do, just to get rid of that ice cream buff on everyone anyway. Very nice. No counters or anything coming out from them, so let's get the immunity buff going. This is so that Karina cannot use her defense break against my units. Everyone's going to be well protected. Still no Abyssal. Okay, so Abyssal Euphine counter her innate counter's not proccing, but it doesn't look like she's on Elder's Ritual Sword. If she isn't, then it's good for me. Let's test it out here. Let's go for an S3. We have a crit damage buff right now. Oh, she's on Proof of Valor. That's what it is. Alright, if we kill her, then it's pretty much over at this point. She is going to counter over here, which is pretty bad, because now Bellona's going to counter. So, Abyssal Euphine, first turn, is going to get her S3. Alright then. Let's see how we fare against this. We can't really reset her here or anything. It's a little too late. She's going to strip everything, and then she's going to go for LRK. Ooh, that actually does a lot of damage. Karina kills, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's some pretty good damage against the Euphine. Now I'm in a little bit of trouble because Euphine's going to go for Sharoon. No damage mitigation on my team now. And somehow there's a Venom buff here. Okay. That is fine. Let's go for the Euphine. She's going to counter. It's an attack down. Ooh, attack down on Bellona is really, really bad. Let's go ahead and kill the Luluka, though. We did need to S1 there to make sure we get our immunity up. Not that we had a choice, but it's nice that we can do that. Does the Euphine... Euphine does not have her S3, so there's no point in hitting her here. Let's go for the Karina. Right, and now it's just up to Bellona, so I think what we do is we just kill here. And Karina's gonna S3. We have immunity because we S1'd, and so I don't think we will die. There's no defense buff on the other team. Yep, there we go. We're in Sigurd range, and we can rip our own S3, so that was way closer than I would have liked. Not super clean. I probably focused the Emma Euphine way too much there, so that was dangerous. But thankfully, in the end, we did manage to win, and Bellona is the lone survivor, kind of living up to her name, I guess. Alright, A-Town is going to cleanse, get his passive up. You can argue that's kind of a bad thing, because Aeola's going to go now, and we get a bunch of debuffs on everybody. But it's okay. He's really just here to be a damage sponge. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and put the, do I put the Zeo to sleep? It doesn't matter either way. Bellion's going to wake him up. Or we can just not land anything that's also fantastic. Ooh, everyone on the other team looks pretty squishy, though. I want to provoke the... Well, Zeo's going to attack anyway. I'm going to provoke the Shu. There we go. I got the Rage. We might die here, though. Yeah, we do die, unfortunately. Now he's gonna focus. Oh my god, Zeal's gonna. Alright, maybe the prophecy that I foretold is coming true. I don't think I can win this anymore. Unless DDR pulls off a miracle as a solo DPS. Oh no, but that's not gonna happen. MLShu has an S3. So yeah, that is gonna be. That is gonna be it for this one here, apparently. Okay. I don't even know what to say. I probably shouldn't have gone with that team, but I saw the injury and I was like, this would be pretty funny. Apparently, not good enough, though. Not good enough. Aeola, this is why we pre-ban her in RTA. But anyway, with that being said, though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe for more Epic 7 content. And until next time, take care.